We did not see commitments both around housing or income supports.
The stormy weather has been hard for all Manitobans, but for those without housing, they're forced to take shelter where they can, like in bus shacks like these. Housing advocates in the province were hopeful that the provincial budget delivered an investment to house the community's most vulnerable, but they say once again, government has failed.
If we're talking about things like ending homelessness, ending poverty, actions like that are really just tinkering.
The provincial budget rolled out Tuesday had several new initiatives for renters, including a number of tax credits, including credits for people in social housing and on non-EIA rent assist. But Kirsten Burness with the Right to Housing Coalition says that's just not enough.
We are not going to be able to end homelessness if we don't create housing for people who are experiencing homelessness right now to move into. It's quite simple.
The province says 45,000 households will benefit with the tax credits valued at $24 million, but at a time when more than 1,100 are without a home in Winnipeg alone, Burness says affordable housing units are what's needed.
Those may be good initiatives, but if we really want to talk about making significant long-term financial investments and commitments around ending homelessness, that is not going to be enough.
The province claims since 2016 it's added 745 units and continues to collaborate with the feds and the Canadian Mortgage Housing Corporation to deliver new supply. And while the provincial budget does allocate roughly $67 million towards building and asset renovations, no investments in new affordable housing units were identified, which is troubling to Bernadette Smith, the opposition NDP critic for mental health and addictions.
We know that there's over 1,500 people that are unsheltered in our province right now, and that's very, disheartening. When you see a government that's not willing to invest in getting people, housed, people need to live in dignity. And certainly this government is not investing in the right places to ensure that, Manitobans have a place to live.
While an interview request was not accommodated, in a statement, Families Minister Rochelle Squires says, in part, Budget 2022 supports vulnerable Manitobans by committing to the release of a new provincial homelessness strategy and making key investments to help make life more affordable. The province's strategy aimed at ending homelessness in Manitoba is set to be released in the coming weeks, but advocates say that action is needed now.
What's on paper doesn't matter as much as the financial resources that will go towards implementing what's on paper. And that's what we were looking for in this budget. And unfortunately, it just wasn't there.
In Winnipeg, Modjeski, City News.